Did you misplace your keys today or forget the name of a friend for the third time? If you're concerned about your memory and about healthy aging, I've got a topic today that might be of interest. I want to share with you 9 foods that can help you boost your brain to keep it healthy and strong and to help with your memory, and also some foods that you might want to avoid. My name is Margaret Manning with 60andMe, and I appreciate you being here today. Thank you so much. Our sponsor for today's show is International Living. Now, International Living is a company that helps people make decisions about retiring overseas. They put together some wonderful resources and reports, and you can check out their website, internationalliving.com/60andme, and you can ask them to send you a copy of their latest report. There's no obligation. You just give them your email address and they will send it to you. If you've got questions about potentially moving abroad, this is going to be a great help for you, a great resource with International Living. So the topic about brain health, which will help you make all kinds of important decisions as you get a little bit older, is one that one of our bloggers, Anne-Marie Mersham, put together an article listing foods that she's researched that are good for your brain health and some foods that you might want to not eat so much of. Now, we all deal with memory loss, and it starts really when you're young. It's nothing particularly to do with aging, although we think every time we forget our keys or we can't remember a name that somehow it's related to memory loss. And we do have to be careful about it. We have to keep our brain exercised like every other part of the body. It needs oxygen, it needs good food, it needs nutrition. And I spoke with a neuroscientist recently, Dr. Medina, and he reinforced the importance of this, that we have to, have a holistic approach to brain health. And part of that are the foods that you consume. We are what we eat. That is the truth. So Anne-Marie put together this article, and I want to share with you 9 foods, because you can control this. This is something that you can control, along with good, healthy sleeping habits and, just basically exercise. That's another mentioned, important element of healthy brain health. So foods that include things that the Mediterranean diet highlights. That's always been known as a healthy diet. And you'll notice as we go through this list that a lot of them are from that Mediterranean diet. So where do we start? Okay, whole grains. Whole grains are important. You can get bread that says it's whole wheat or it's got some other description, but the grains have to be whole grains. And try those for several servings every week. Oatmeal, quinoa, brown rice, whole wheat pasta, whole wheat bread. But make sure that it's a really, really a good quality. The way that you can check this, just looking on the back of the package, but make sure that you get the best possible whole grains that you can. 21 servings weekly, they say. So that's what? 3 servings a day. Important. Red wine. Yes, this helps with digestion, and it also has resveratrol, so it's good for your brain health as well. It says to consume 7 drinks a week, but no more. There's a point where red wine becomes not healthy for you because alcohol has its own challenges in itself. But red wine is good for your brain. Now, Anne-Marie goes through these in great detail in her article. And there are links there to the research. So please do your own research on this too, and read the whole article. It will give you a wider understanding and deeper understanding of these recommendations. So the next thing is leafy vegetables. Okay, 6 servings a week. Kale, spinach, cooked greens, and of course salads. Kale is a really good one. I know it gets a lot of interesting press, but kale is good for you. Spinach is brilliant. And so those are things to add to your diet. Nuts. Nuts are super good for you. A handful of nuts are the best snack that you can give your body and your brain. And surprisingly, the nut that looks like the brain, the walnut, is actually the best for the brain. And it's at the top of the list for brain health, which is kind of strange. But also almonds are great for you, of course. Brazil nuts have some very powerful nutrients in them. And when I say nutrients for the body, that's for the brain too. Your brain is often considered like separate from, but it's really part of the brain. So whatever you eat for a healthy body, that's going to help your brain too. Another thing on the list is beans. Rich in fiber and B vitamins. It helps concentration and memory. And those are things like lentils, black beans, pinto beans, and red beans. All these are really, really good for you, for your brain. Another category is berries. Another B. Now, berries are very good for you, especially the darker berries, like the purples and blues. So blueberries are a very good food to eat for your brain. Blueberries, raspberries, they're a source of anthocyanins. And this is apparently very, very good specifically for brain, for memory, concentration, and brain health. So flavonoids that boost memory are also included in these berries. But the blue ones are good, but also cherries are great for you, and so are raspberries and strawberries. So they're a good source of antioxidants as well in the berries, the blueberries particularly. Another group is a category of food is poultry, lean chicken or turkey. And it's got a good source of choline and vitamins B12 and B6. So again, these are good vitamins for brain health. Another thing to eat is fatty fish. I love fish, and this is one of my favorites. Fatty fish like sardines, trout, salmon is excellent, mackerel. All of these have got omega-3 acids, oils, which are very good for you, fatty acids. And as we said before, good for the body, great for the brain. Salmon in particular is really good for you. And fortunately, it's one of my favorite foods. So I love eating salmon with some nice green leafy vegetables. It's a good combination. Now, the Mediterranean diet we mentioned earlier has a big focus on olive oil. And that's one of the things that Anne-Marie mentions in this article, that olive oil is probably the best oil that you can use for everything, for cooking, for salads, for salad dressings. And olive oil is associated with good body health and good brain health. And by the way, as I mentioned before, everything is in this article. You can check it out. And also go online, because when you type in brain health, you'll see that all these foods I'm mentioning are definitely there. Brain drainers. Okay, here's some foods that that Anne-Marie and experts say. Well, Anne's an expert, but doctors, people that do the research with hundreds of people to prove their point. These are the foods that it's probably best to try to avoid. And you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Anything white sugar, white bread, white pasta, anything that's, just that color is full of sugar. So don't put too much sugar in your diet. That's number one thing to avoid is sugar. And it's hidden everywhere. It's in tomato ketchup. It's in, things that you wouldn't even expect. But just check on the back of the ingredients and you'll see sugar is way up there on a lot of products. Drinks, the drinks that you can buy, the healthy drinks often have a lot of sugar in them. So be careful about sugar. The next one that you should avoid for your brain health is processed foods. And you know what processed foods, they're all those ones that have ingredients you cannot pronounce. They're just ones that have the, cold cuts, even mozzarella, cheese, all those processed cheeses, sausages, processed meat of any kind. Things that have been gone through over processing, have everything taken out of them. They may taste good because they add all these little, salt and other supplements or taste supplements, but they're not good for your body or your brain. So processed food. Better to just cook from fresh things and cook from home. But this is what I'm sure you've been told this before, but I'm just reinforcing what the experts are telling us. Another thing is to not eat foods that have got diacetyl or nitrate. These are things that, margarine, microwave popcorn. Anne-Marie even mentions beer. And beer is one of those things that I think, again, like wine, in small quantities, it's okay. But there are things in alcohol in general that are, harmful to your body and to your brain. So just, I think it's all about balance, moderation. That's kind of been my strategy. But maybe you've got some other things that you love to eat that are good for your brain, for brain health. And I'd love you to share them with us. What brain enhancers do you like to eat? And, know from your research and your experience have been good for your memory and concentration, focus, which are things we totally need in this crazy world of ours. And also foods that aren't working for you, that you'd like to share with other people. So take a look at some of the other articles that we've done on this topic, and please do check out Anne's article, because I think you'll find it very useful and specifically, focused on brain health, which is, a big part of getting older. So again, thanks for being here, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this chat. Please sign up for our channel and click that bell somewhere around here where you can actually be told when new videos are being released. And just know that you're appreciated. We love having you here. It's wonderful to be able to share this aging process with you, and we are very happy to be with you on the journey to healthy aging, for sure. Take good care, everybody. Have a wonderful day. Bye for now.